Hi there, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and in this video I'm doing a reading for Pisces for this series. And this is a shadow reading. And for this series I've been using the TrueBlack Tarot by Arthur Wang. This is the Black Tarot by Victoria Iva. And then this down here is an oracle deck called Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. And that is by Serafina Mesa. All right, so I've already smudged the decks. I'm actually working on an intro, Pisces, where I do like I did an intro of the smudge, which is kind of cool. So I decided that I'll start smudging the decks off camera. So yes, so anyway, the moon is physically in the constellation Pisces. So lots of emotions kind of going through today. In tropical, I believe the moon is in Aries at the moment. So just FYI, but physically, if you look up into the sky and you see the moon, it's in the Pisces constellation. So just wanted to point that out just in case you're feeling a little emotional today. And Pisces, if for any reason this reading is not resonating with you, it could be several reasons. One of them, I think, would be because it's a shadow reading and sometimes we're not quite ready to confront the shadow or to acknowledge the shadow. So we kind of hide from it and, just think it's not there. Another reason is maybe you need to read for your rising sign or your moon sign, or you can try your sidereal placements. So in sidereal, the placements are a sign off from tropical. Okay, Pisces, let's see what our shadow reading is for today. So we have the Four of Wands in reverse, fire energy. Ooh, then we have the Queen of Wands. This is water of fire. Awesome. And then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, water energy. All right, so right off the bat, I do see that you're kind of focused, okay? The Queen, she's very focused. This is a queen that's, so all queens are water. And then within her suit, she is of that suit. So she is water of fire. So she's very passionate. She's understanding of people's emotions. She has a plan. She kind of knows what it is that she needs to do. And I wouldn't quite say that she's ruled by her emotions, but she does kind of take them into account before taking action. However, she is she like I said. Oh, did I hit the camera? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to move the curtain out of the way. She has a plan and she knows where she wants to head. She can be kind of direct. She can be a little forward also, but that's because she has that fire energy. She's real wanting to propel things forward. She's not one just to sit around and wait for others to do it. She'll take the reins. And then we have these two cards on flanking her. We've got a fire and water, and that's pretty telling because she is of fire and she is of water, but they are both in reverse. So I kind of have a feeling that you might be a little just kind of confused about a situation that has to deal with emotions. There seems to be a new type of emotion, maybe some kind of maybe a relationship that's just budding, that's kind of on deck and not being fully realized. And then we have the Four of Wands over here, and this card talks about like a homecoming, like a celebration, happiness about a task. And the fours also talk about stability. All fours are stable in nature. If we think about a square, that's a good foundation. And And so with it being in reverse, I'm kind of getting a feeling that something is just kind of feels a little like your plan is kind of uneasy. And these two both directly conflict with what the Queen has going on. So we're going to use the Black Tarot by Victoria Iva to dive a little deeper into this message so we can further understand what is going on. All right, Pisces. I just want to remind you, if you like the video, to hit the thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate that. If you'd like to be notified whenever I post new videos, you can subscribe. And then my favorite out of the three is to leave a comment. I like the feedback. I like the interaction. I like to know that these are helping people. My readings are helping people or not. You know, I think I've only had one sort of mean comment, and I deleted it right away. I kind of wanted to be a little snarky with the person, but my first instinct was just to delete it, and I deleted it right away without even thinking about it. So the snark didn't get to come out. So, but no mean comments. Thank you. I will take constructive criticism, though. I do appreciate constructive criticism. Okay, Pisces, let's see what this reversed Four of Wands has to say. So we've got the Nine of Spheres upright. This is earth energy. We've got the Lovers in reverse, air energy, and major arcana. And then we've got the King of Wands. Very interesting. This is a very interesting. Wow, because I just did a reading for Scorpio, and I want to say that these three cards were in this column. We had the Lovers up here, though, and then we did have the King of Wands, and I believe he was reversed in this position, and then the Nine of Spheres may have been reversed in this position. So very interesting. And as I pointed out in my other readings, when I put my cards back in my deck, you know, they're out like this. I don't like grab them and put them just on top. You know, I open up the deck and I put them in like this so that they're, you know, sandwiched between these other cards and they're not close to one another. And then I shuffle, probably more than anyone cares to see. So it's, you know, it's always just very interesting how this works. The cards come out the way that they want, and both Scorpio and you, Pisces, are both, you guys are both water signs. I'm a Scorpio sun in tropical, so I don't know why I needed to share that, but yes, I am. My birthday's coming up. I will be 43. Yes, 43 on November 5th. All right, so back to the reading. So we do have the Lovers here, and this card speaks of a deep connection. Okay, this card speaks of really knowing somebody at the deepest level that you can know someone. I'm going to flip it upright, and we can see that there's two figures here, one sitting on top of the other, and they're embracing one another, you know, and it's almost like they're two. And so this, and then the moon is in the background, which speaks of emotion, right? And so this card is a deep connection, a very deep bond. You know, knowing each other inside and out, and being aware of one another's vulnerabilities and the ability to be vulnerable with one another. You know, that's very, that's a part of this archetype, is that just that connection that you have with someone, like a soulmate type connection. And it can be with, it can be with, you know, a friend, like a BFF, you know, but, you know, you guys have that connection where you finish each other's, I always want to say sandwiches because my daughter used to watch Frozen on a loop, but you finish each other's sentences. That's a quote from, never mind, I'm just going to drop it. So we've got, So we've got the connection card here. Then we've got the Nine of Spheres, which is that you kind of have everything that you want. You don't desire anything more. You know, this is an Earth card. You have what you need. You're content. You know, you're content in your physical, your physical life. And it's not quite the 10 yet, because the 10 is just that ultimate, you know, that legacy card. I have even more than I even ever dreamed of, and everything is just, you know, boom, like perfect. But this 9 is just a step below that, where you're good, you know, you're happy with what you have. And then we've got the King of Wands here, which matches up nicely with this Queen. And he is air of fire. Okay, so he has that plan. He's directed. He knows what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and he is like the mover and the shaker. Bang, 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 get it done. And so, you know, with this Four of Wands here and this reverse card here, I kind of feel I feel like I need to get some more cards here to get the full picture. Okay, let's get a read on this Queen of Wands. So we've got the Page of Spheres, and this is Earth of Earth. So Earth energy, very much Earth energy. And then the Hierophant, he, I believe, is Taurus energy. Yes, he is more Earth. So we've got more Earth here, and he's in reverse as well. And the Hierophant is our major arcana. And, you know, he can mean a lot of things. Usually when I see him in a way that means it's the connection to the divine, right? Some people relate him to religion, but you know, in a way, that is your connection to the divine. It's your religion. That's how you communicate with the higher power, or whatever it is that you wish to communicate with. That with what you draw energy. That from which you draw energy. And so the Hierophant, the priest, the Pope, whoever, he can be, you know, that guiding light. But there's other ways to reach divine, the divine. You can reach him through your ceremony that you do by yourself, that you do with the circle, with your coven. You can do that through spell work. You can do that just by being outside and being present. You know, one of my favorite things is to be outside and just to go up to a tree and put my hand on it, and I feel the magnificence of the tree, and that's a way for me to connect with the divine. So that's what the Hierophant is, and because he's in reverse and close to this Page of Spheres, let's get this third card out. Then we've got this Eight of Swords in reverse, air energy. And this card speaks of kind of our mental prison, things that we kind of put in our head and we just cannot let go. You know, they're just like ruminating and spinning around and round, and they're not, you know, we're just chewing on it like a cow chews on chud, you know, just chew and chew and chew. I even think they chew, swallow, regurgitate, and chew some more. I mean, that's definitely this Eight of Swords here. And it also kind of turns into monsters in a way, into our own monsters, and we color these thoughts that are in our head. We color them by our experiences, and then they turn into our own personal monsters, and then it flows into the Nine of Swords, which is that nightmare card. So Page of Spheres. I am going to light an incense here. I've got a candle going, which I thought would be more, would be able to see the glow more because it's so overcast over here. We've got some cold weather coming in this weekend, and so we've got the beginnings of a rainstorm, thunderstorms. So is it even on? Yes, it is on. Okay. All right, I'm going to let everything go and just continue with the reading. So with this Queen of Wands and this Page of, and that being in reverse, I'm going to read this, Pisces, and let's see where this takes us. This reverse Ace of Cups. So we've got the Three of Spheres, we've got the Five of Spheres, and then we've got the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, so from here, I'm definitely getting some kind of blockage. Five of Spheres is loss, physical loss, you know, maybe loss of a job, loss of resources, loss of a home. It can even, I was going to say some friendship, but it might even be the loss of a relationship, because the Three of Swords here is that heartbreak card, and you know that's that energy in which you're like recreating that sadness, and you know it kind of falls in line here with this Eight of Swords in reverse. And then we've got the Three of Spheres. So I do feel like there was some kind, there's like a gift on deck that is kind of waiting for you, but you're unable to see it, okay? You're unable to see it because of the loss that you've experienced before. And with this Queen of Wands here, I feel like this is kind of like your way of dealing with it, okay? You might be keeping yourself busy with tasks. You might just be starting a whole bunch of new projects, but you're kind of avoiding the situation here, and you're very much into your physicality, and I do see a little bit of separation from maybe the divine, and it's not doing well for your mental state. I do kind of feel though that you're a little aware of the situation. And then here, also, this kind of feeds into what's going on this side too. So like that connection has, it was a good connection. Somehow it was severed, right? Somehow it was severed, but you didn't really want that to happen. And it was a hard time for you. And you thought it was a good connection, but, you know, there were others or another who didn't think it was, and it really caused a lot of heartbreak for you, and I see that you're having a hard time moving forward, and like I said, you are keeping yourself pretty busy in your physical, and not wanting to deal with these emotions, not wanting to deal, not wanting to face everything head on. You know, you're just kind of burying it. But I do feel like there is some kind of gift that's kind of waiting. There's a new relationship that's kind of on deck in a way, but you're just kind of refusing to see it, refusing to let it happen, because you're stuck in what happened over here. You know, this situation in which you thought was good. You thought, this is the way I want to head, this is great, but it ended up not being that way. And it's almost like you're just kind of living in the past, and you're letting that pain keep you from moving forward into the future. So your shadow work, Pisces, I think is going to understand, why you can't move forward. Why are you just kind of stuck in this? Do you feel like maybe you can't find somebody new? Do you feel like maybe you can't find somebody better? Maybe you just need a break. But maybe on top of that, or in addition to, or maybe instead of, maybe what you need to see is and understand is why you didn't see this coming. Like it threw you for a loop, right? I think it really threw you for a loop, and you just really didn't see that it was coming. You weren't properly prepared for it, and like you thought it was good, and so for some reason you had your head in the sand. Perhaps you thought it was good and the other person wasn't as happy as you were. Why weren't you able to see that? Was it lack of communication? Was it just that you were like, okay, this box is checked, this box is checked, okay, let's move forward? You know, was it that type of situation? So there's two possibilities I'm seeing here. Is why are you stuck in this past? Do you think you can't move forward in finding a new, better relationship? Or is your shadow work that you didn't even know that this situation was going south, and it just kind of threw you for a loop? Why didn't you see that coming? Why weren't you connected enough? Why weren't you invested enough to kind of feel that something was off? And if you did feel it, why wasn't it addressed? Okay, so that's what I'm seeing as your shadow work for this reading, Pisces. And we are going to draw an oracle card from the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. This artwork is beautiful. I just want you guys to see the very nice color of these cards. I do have a flip through video. The link is in the description if you want to see all of the cards in its full beauty. This was a Kickstarter deck, but I do believe this deck is on sale, and that purchase information is in the video description of the flip through. Or you can just do a web search of the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle, and it will pop up. Did I split the deck? Sometimes I just don't know. All right. Okay, Pisces, let's see what extra wisdom we have for you. Ooh, it's getting darker. The clouds are rolling in. Karmic web, troubles, misfortune, amends. Oh, it looks like he's underwater. We've got maybe some sea kelp here. Okay, where's the guidebook? Okay, got it. Okay, so each one of these starts out with a quote, and oh, it's by Wayne Dyer. I love him. Okay, how people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. Wayne Dyer. Oh, it's raining. Oh, this is so good. Okay, this is what we need. Yes. Okay, this cleansing rain, cleansing water. Okay, karma often gets a bad rap. It's typically thought of as a punishment from the universe, but karma is not some divine moral justice system constantly slapping the hand of humanity. Karma is the web of energy that surrounds us. It is neither good nor bad, as with all energy. It can neither be created nor destroyed. However, it can be harnessed and transferred. Karma can actually be a beautiful thing when we are mindful of the energy we are putting into the world. When we exert negative, deceitful, or willfully ignorant energy, it reverberates outward along the streams of the karmic web. And if there is no intervention or counteraction to impede the energy, we will simply reverberate it back into our lives. When the karmic web appears in a spread, it is asking us to take inventory of our life and clear out any negative karmic energies that may be lingering. There is no quick and easy fix to repairing karma, and only we know in our heart of hearts just how much shit, I found out she cusses in here, we have put out into the world. The only way to transform our karma is to step out of our comfort zone and begin the undoing. While direct amends to those we may have wronged can go a long way here, it may not be possible for a variety of complicated reasons. However, we can still make karmic amends. This is not about mindlessly throwing money at random charities or resentfully volunteering our time to a cause just to check off some obligatory box. If the deed comes from a place of arrogance or resentment, it will only further entrench us in negative karma. However, when done in love, with authenticity and an open heart, these karmic amends not only have the ability to transform our karma, but also produce a deep well of profound healing that resounds across the entire karmic web. Okay, so I will let you see how that can relate to you. You know, I don't know your individual situations, and it could just be that this is a karmic situation that happened, but nonetheless, this situation came up because of something in our past. There was a reason, you know. Two people put energy into a situation, and something is created out of those two energies. And you know, most of the time both parties are to blame. You know, a few exceptions, as with everything, there are a few exceptions in which, you know, it might just be one person, but simple act of not doing something is contributing to the matter. You know, the act of not being present, the act of just not having empathy, or, you know, just being aware, that is putting that type of energy into the situation. Okay, Pisces, thank you so much for being here with me, and thank you for allowing me to read this for you. I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.